Okay, welcome to your second exercise here in week 13. This is pretty straightforward in one of your shorter, simpler videos. The object of this exercise is to work with what's called the ease. The ease is a property over in our properties window. We've worked with other properties before, something like rotation, alpha, things like that in relation to symbols. The idea of ease has to do with how a motion tween sort of moves from point A to point B. Most of our motion tweens that we've worked with up to now move at a steady speed from point A to point B, and we haven't been able to sort of set a speed to that tween in the sense that will it go faster or slower at the beginning or at the end. Okay. Now, this exercise is basically sort of tagging on to the end of the Running Man exercise. So here I have basically my version of the Running Man. I have basically 2 layers. Remember, you should have 3. And I'm going to alter the ease of each of these tweens. So my layer 2 has a tween of the guy coming from the left to the right over 60 frames. What I'm going to do, and the sheet should sort of follow along, is I'm going to select the first keyframe of that this tween, and I'm going to go over to my properties window, and you'll see this ease. It might be something that's not visible, so you have to drop down. And with ease, you can basically enter anything between -100 and 100. I'm going to go to the extremes on this one. I'm going to punch in -100 on that first one, and you'll see that when I punch in -100, it adds this ease, and then it's called in. So if you think about the sort of basic phrase ease into something, it means that we're going to sort of slowly move into it. Okay, I'm going to do the exact opposite on the second tween. So I'm going to click on this tween, and remember this tween was coming from the right hand side and going over to the left. I'm going to click on that ease, and I'm going to type in 100. You'll notice that it says out. Okay, so the first one we have ease in, and the second one we have ease out. In a nutshell, what is going to happen is that first figure that sort of comes over from the left-hand side, and that's this guy, he's going to come in very slowly and start to speed up as we sort of move across that movie frame, or across the timeline. The second guy is going to run across really fast, and we're basically going to see him sort of cruise across quite quickly. Without further ado, let's take a look at this. We see our guy left-hand side coming in quite slowly and then speeding up as we sort of move across the frame. Okay, I'm going to let this play again, and I'm going to point out something that I might fix in my eventual file. We've got to wait for the end of the movie. Here he comes, and he goes across quite fast. What I might do, his ending is probably off the screen. I might sort of scoot that a little bit back into the scene so I can see him slow down a little bit, but that's probably the only adjustment I'll make. Okay. And that's basically it for ease. Again, this is just like the Running Man, just sort of another simple technical exercise in terms of animating in a different way. Depending on the size or the length of the tween, etc., you can sort of play with this ease. You might sort of alter, as I just mentioned, either the sort of quantity of that ease or the length of that tween, because those two are going to sort of work together. I think it's a little more obvious on the one that's sort of coming in. He sort of starts very slowly and sort of speeds up as he moves across that space. Okay. All right, that's it for ease. Yeah, that's it.